Hi, this is Andy Goodman with Recruiting and Coaching Solutions powered by Leaders Edge Training. And today I want to talk to my real estate friends out there, and I want to talk about pricing because I don't know where you're watching this from, what part of the country. I can tell you in Austin, Texas, we have a little bit of a problem right now. We have too many homes for sale and not enough buyers willing to pull the trigger. So what do we do about it? Let's dig in. First of all, it's really important, as always, to set clear expectations up front and early. We want to work with sellers that have to sell versus want to sell. Sellers that want to sell, I want to test the market. I want to see if there's an opportunity to gain here. I got to tell you, it's not the right market in most parts of the country. So you want to work with people that have to sell. And the way you want to cushion maybe the theoretical loss they have in their minds is to say that if they're buying somewhere else, they have an opportunity on the buy side. So the two should kind of even themselves out. So that's the conversation you want to have with people that have to sell. And for people that have to sell, you want to talk in terms of the absorption rate. The absorption rate has to be in your conversation because at any given market, there's only so many homes they're going to absorb in a period of time. So if you have 3 homes that sell every 90 days and you have 15 homes on the market, you have an absorption problem. And the only solution is to price your house either the cheapest or perhaps it's the nicest home, which most people don't have. And the nicest home represents condition or maybe some unique features, but most people don't have the nicest home and they don't want to make it the cheapest. And they fall into this no man's land and they're beyond the absorption rate. So we got to address that. And how do we do that? One tool of leverage that I use all the time is the expired list. When you print out an expired list and there's hundreds of homes in your local area that have not absorbed, what a great point to talk to sellers and change that mindset from opportunity to gain to fear of loss. And you can position the expired list and say, look, folks, these people on this list have 2 things in common. Number 1, they couldn't sell, and number 2, they picked the wrong price. So everything that we want to do together is designed that we don't wind up on that list and you're able to follow through with your plan. So that creates that fear of loss that you need to create. And most sellers, again, have that. Even if they have to sell, they have that opportunistic mindset. So it's important that we shift that. We do that with the expired list and talking in terms of absorption. And then the last thing we want to do is we want to get away from talking about cost, buyer's fees, commissions. I'm not saying not to talk about it. I'm saying to position the conversation more in talking in terms of net, showing a seller on a sheet what they're going to put in their pocket. So converting expenses to net and saying, if you price the house here, this is what you're going to put in your pocket. And a lot of times the net is better than what they thought. And it keeps their focus off maybe they're in their mind losing money by not pricing it, overpricing it. So that's important to do that. And maybe the last thing I want to tell you is this is not a market where you can put a negotiating cushion in there. It's going to push you out of the range you need to be, absorption rate. So you want to talk to sellers about pricing the house at their bottom line, at their threshold, and then go from there. That's my tips for today. I hope that you're having success in this market. Folks, it's a skill-based market. Things are going to turn around. So if you learn these conversations now, you're going to have a lot of success in the future. We'll see you next week. Thanks for joining us.